education makes a difference to your attitudes, your minds, and your thinking.
So education providing key important contribution to making ideologies and providing new ideologies for young people.
Extremism is a spectrum, and education is the weapon that will help us bridge that gap and defeat violent extremism.
All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to TAG 2016, Talking Across Generations.
This is a very exciting time to be alive and very exciting particularly to be young. Wordsworth said, if you remember, bliss was it in that dawn to be alive, but to be young was very heaven.
In universities that we can encourage the teacher and university staff to create a module and open online courses in different language and just let it open for all the students outside the country or inside the country. Take the same knowledge about, for example, peace and conflict issues.
In a very diplomatic but statistically sound way, it actually said that, well, if you kind of don't really focus on issues of education and quality of education and skilling with education, and second, on gender inequality and gender discrimination.
I think the main issues related to this extremism is that the orientation. If you are extremes towards good ways, towards doing good things for the benefits of the society, then it's going to be okay. And let's say if you are extreme in promoting moderation throughout the world, then it's going to help in making the world a better place to stay. So it depends on where you channel the energy, and please, youth, channel your energy towards doing the best thing for the world.
When you have the right education, then students can do their own thinking. You see, they can decide on their own what is wrong and what is right, and radicalizing them becomes very difficult. And in so doing, so in short, in one line, when you have a very bad education system, you have violent extremism. When you have a good education system, you don't have violent extremism.
Way I saw that education came under assault, which was the most terrifying use of violent extremism in education, is indoctrination. So there were schools that were taken over by radical thinking, and in the most extreme form that I witnessed, there was a school that was for suicide bombers. So when you can control the mind of a person, you can control the population.
In that line, I try to listen for the stories and those items that have the impact through the session. There's a bit of the context here, and I mean, really it's, I mean, not to go through all of the details, but just to sort of help to emphasize, you know, we're building a model here about youth. Some of the themes I heard is about having an open mind, and how can we look at that in some of the systems that we have around education.
When we think of education and extreme violence, I think it's a priority today to think of alternatives, to think of solutions, and to think of ways to move forward, instead of thinking about the correlation that we are assuming between education and extreme violence. I think it is the time for us to create alternatives and to create ways to rethink the whole structure.
And I think in terms of that, it means that in our education systems, there's something vitally missing. They don't prepare us to be whole human beings spiritually, physically, and emotionally, nor to lead a full human life.